How to ethically goon by XinoHusk. We're gonna look at this. How does one? The most ethical way to goon would be to fictional content. However, I recommend not gooning at all.
Hate to break it to you folks, but goon caves are officially replacing man caves. You and your little beavers edging for longer than a shift at work. You're just gonna have to get with the times. But just cause you're slapping your meat in the sock dungeon
Wait. The sock dungeon? It needs to be ethical after all. Yes, 10 out of 10. Yeah, we need more cat videos. See, yeah, I know it's a cat. Or paw, whatever.
doesn't mean you gotta lose your morals. So I, XinoBust, your patented freaky
XinoBust. Bro, calm down.
light skin, have put together an official step-by-step guide on how to goon ethically. So let's get into it, baby. Step 1. The foundation and the content. One of the most...
Why are you at the verge of sex? Why are you moaning? Chill, my guy. Chill.
Key parts for anyone's goon sesh is recognizing the importance of your atmosphere. You might not think about it much because you're busy shooting buckets into your belly button. There's a huge difference.
Why? How?
Between gooning in your room, the bathroom, the shower, or even the Walmart fishing section.
There's a German streamer who gooned into his sink, and his girlfriend noticed that. They're still together.
Now, we'll be excluding exhibitionists because they're just high-key or farm-mates. And they're also speedrunning, ending up on a registry. But having a calm and comforting environment when you goon can greatly enhance the experience. Making sure you have all these supplies at hand. Maybe turn that TV up a little bit for background noise. Because everyone knows headphones can get you even more entranced in the goon. And have you caught by outside force.
Laying on your back, Poke. I wouldn't know. I'm not testing that out, and I never will. Chill. Jesus. But yes, having headphones in increases the chances of getting caught.
The second most key part of the goon sesh is the content you're consuming. Just like how people want electric cars since they help the environment, you should be aiming towards the content that helps the goon environment. Here's a quick checklist you should go over every time you goon as a baseline minimum. Are the characters I'm gooning to depicted as being of legal age? Refer to this.
I'm gonna say this. The people do not care. The people do not care. If it's goonable, they'll goon.
Chart if you're unsure. Was the content released as a form of revenge and or leaked without the creator's consent? Is everything consensual? Like, I know there's like stuff like CNC, but you know what I mean. And finally, don't support AI. This is in regards to deep fakes of real people or AI art. Now, I won't even hold you. I try to be as transparent as I can on this channel. A good chunk of the AI art is fire as hell.
Well, technically, it is still ethical. Nobody's involved. And I mean, it doesn't use up a lot of water either. So, I mean, look at this, right? Look at this. People are definitely, most certainly, gooning with AI chatbots. Are we including those, or are those not included?
Like, I follow an account on Twitter that does it, and good googly moogly, it'd be having me geeked. But AI causes...
Bro is a proud gooner. Bro doesn't even deny it. And from what I can see, bro doesn't even look bad. Why are you even gooning? Get a girl.
An imbalance in the goon environment. See, when people were making all those jokes about AI stealing people's jobs, artists were one of the first groups of people affected by it. That's cause it can make any art essentially for free. And when buying art, you kinda gotta consider spending money, which isn't super appealing for some people. Then it kinda becomes a moral debate of should art be limited to those with money or the raw talent to make it. And I won't even hold you, bruh. Some of these artists be smoking penis with their commission prices. But I'm getting sidetracked. Let's move on. Step 2. Support the creators. Some people often forget that, even though majority of the online content is free, it doesn't mean that it's free to make. The people creating your favorite animations and movies also have mouths to feed, so you shouldn't feel ashamed about supporting.
Their mouths are already being stuffed. So does that even matter? Depending on the content.
Some of your favorite creators. If you find yourself tuning in often to your favorite ASMR,
they're already being fed with some nut.
VTubers, then consider giving them a sub. If you have a favorite video that you know will guarantee
a sub or a suck. Homo moans.
a 10 out of 10 goon sesh, consider supporting that creator, even if it's as little as giving them a follow or a retweet. And if they make fire animations, you can typically support them on Coffee and Patreon, baby. Like, please, I need y'all to lock in. Now, a big point of contention is when it comes to supporting the blue and white website creators. A lot of people don't like it because it seems a bit predatory, since there were multiple instances of girls making them the minute they turned 18. It's also kind of like, whoa, $5 for 1 month? Shorty butt booty naked is worth as much as a Wendy's Biggie Bag. Now, me personally, if my daughter had one, my whole family's getting generational trauma. But having one now,
understandable,
days is essentially the female equivalent of being a SoundCloud rapper from back in the day. A lot of people thought they—
Nah, bitch, I'm calling them whores the way that— I'm calling them what they are. Whores. Just like I call every corn star a whore. It doesn't change. I'm not, and you can't even have a get back at me. I don't consume NSFW content, so I can call them what I want and get away with it because I'm not the one consuming it. Ah.
I could hop on and make it big, but they're getting freaky online for $27 a month. Step 3. Know your limit. Now, gooning, like any other coping mechanism, should be done in moderation because you can still become addicted, and you should avoid becoming addicted at all costs. Now, I'm not talking about like gooning a couple times a week, even though that could affect your relationships and stuff. We're talking like multiple times a day doing it in the Walmart.
If you are in a relationship and you watch corn, consider that relationship over if you didn't make that clear before and she doesn't like it. Just consider it over, because if she finds out, you're cooked.
Section, at work, etc. Places and times that you should not be gooning, but you end up doing it anyway. Now, there is no shame trying to reach a high score every once in a while. My personal best is 17. I was out of commission for a week. But knowing when to take breaks and moderate yourself can really make or break your relationship with gooning. Pleasure without control becomes a prison, and you shouldn't be a slave to the goon.
Martin Luther King! I don't know if using a Christian man is that smart for this one, by the way. That man totally was not gooning. That man was getting bitches. Moderation is key, but that's never happening. That's never happening. Most people don't do in moderation. They just become full slaves to their addiction. There's people out there who beat their meat 2, 3, 4, 5 hours at a time. Moderation is gone.
And if gooning is the first thing you do in the morning, before you even get out of bed and brush your teeth, brother, you might be cooked. Step 4, and I cannot emphasize this enough. No boundaries. People often forget that there is a very distinct difference between fantasy and reality, and becoming parasocial with creators will basically always lead to problems for both parties. Now, I won't lie, some creators kind of enable their fan bases into becoming parasocial. Like Mommy ASMR, go watch the
Mommy ASMR. The rise of Mommy ASMR, come for it in the click. Yeah, those ASMR are quite good. I have to admit, they're quite good. Not the mommy one, but the GF ones. 5 hours is just miserable. Even an hour is just miserable. Like, you can use that time for something else. Jeez.
Video is an inherently parasocial type of content creation. But when you get to the point where you're obsessing over a creator or, God forbid, stalking them, that's when you start treading into deranged gooner territory. Like, say a creator responds to you one time. Fanboying is usually okay, but like, when you start geeking and acting like you know them, bad gooner, bad. And please, for the love of God, y'all gotta stop DMing creators crazy stuff, making it harder for the real light-skinned niggas to riz. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for—
Like, I have to say, there's people out there who will DM creators and be like, can I goon to you? I'm like, bro, are you okay? Do you need help? therapy.
People shooting this shot or sending a pickup line. But a lot of the DMs that end up getting leaked are quite literally just harassment. And I know internet anonymity is a thing, but like, good lord. I will be reading a few that were graciously provided by my Pookie Bears.
Why is this man talking about gooning? I don't think this man has any issues. Because I'll be honest, I'll be completely honest. The guys that goon, and that's, guys, we have to realize this, we have to admit this. The guys that goon because they don't have a girlfriend. They goon and are not getting close to any women. Let's face it. Let's face it. Let's be honest here, right?
Oh my god, mommy. You are so fucking gorgeous. Thanks to the god for your presence. See, not bad at all. Still a bit odd to say to a stranger online, but it ain't terrible. Okay. Hi. Can I see some vid of you? I'm really right now.
Please.
Please.
Please. Can I see a little nip? Please.
Pretty odd thing to say to a woman online. However, the account is not found, so they probably got what they deserved. Okay? Now, this message is from Russ. Russ is, by chance, a Rizzler, if you will. I hope this message finds you well. My name is Russ, and I'm from the department of Dang! You are sexy. We here at the Dog-Ass, for short, that is a god-awful acronym, would like to thank you for your continued efforts to keep sexy alive and well in this world. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. Have a great day. See?
That's very formal, so I guess peak?
Russ is less freaky than the last one. It was more compliment based, and he also said, have a great day. Odd thing to say, odd thing to sit and type to a woman online. Thank you for zooming in. But at least he was still somewhat polite with it. Now, Missing Templar said, this could be us. Now at first glance,
Diabolical. Absolutely horrendous, bro. Wait, you can't even see it properly. Doesn't matter. Absolutely diabolical, though. I think you can see it still pretty well. Diabolical.
It seems like two individuals cuddling. But when you zoom in, you sadly can tell that the woman is bound and gagged, and he apparently is holding her captive.
To be fair, the only way how Missing Templar would get a woman is if he'd kidnap her. That is very true, you know? And it does work. You just have to apply a little bit of Stockholm Syndrome, right? It does work, but you need to do some Stockholm Syndrome right there, though. She needs to go through that Stockholm Syndrome arc. Otherwise, she's gonna report it.
Not Riz. L-Mans. This is what you should not say to a woman online. Bad gooner. Bad. And last, but certainly not least, we have G-Star. Keep up the good work. Please stomp on my balls.
Interesting. At least he knows what he's into. Also, huge amount of following, by the way. Wait, say goodbye, good day is weird. I'm cooked. No. If you send a gooner stuff, not the good day is weird. The gooner stuff that followed, that came before the have a great day was weird.
Phenomenal work. Do not say this to women online. And that, Pookies, is a step-by-step process on how to ethically goon. If you make sure to follow this step-by-step process in your next goon sesh, I can almost guarantee that you'll be helping the greater goon environment. And if you like this kind of autistic, freaky content, then consider giving me a like and subscribing. Maybe even checking out some of my other videos. Bye-bye!
That was a jump scare. Anyways, gay? Question mark. Regardless, guys, I'm gonna be real with you. Stop watching porn. It fries your brain, and it makes it. Women can smell it. Guys, you need to realize women can smell when you goon. They can. Don't ask how it works. Don't question this. I don't know it either, but women know when you goon. They can smell it. So if you've gooned before a date, they will know it. And then it's over. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe.